So today I'm just going to go through some basic geometric transformations. Like the translation here, axial symmetry. I want to do some central symmetry as well. I have these ones already done. I'm going to finish off the central symmetry here. I just have this little model to show you how they work. So you see there that it's the same shape roughly. So in the translation, it's just you're grabbing the whole shape and you're dragging it up and redoing it. So again there, it's roughly the same shape. Now for axial symmetry, there's your axis from A to A3. Just going to grab it's basically just grabbing your thing, your image, your object, and just flip it. Again, you can see there, it's roughly the same shape. So then, when you want your central symmetry, it's rotating about this point here. So you're grabbing it, and from this point here goes to a point down here. This point here goes out here, so there goes through point P there goes through point P up there. Just gonna grab it and flip it up. There's your A3. So that this point will be up here, this point will be here, and this point will be here. I'm gonna draw that out now so that you have an idea. So onto a straight edge from A goes through point P to A3. So that means that this point here goes through point P. Make sure you can make your line as long as you want. Sometimes you can just makes it much easier. Make it much longer than it needs to be. So that you can just rub out any excess. See this point here at the very top of the circle. Line it up by P and bring it through. So then you want your center of your circle here. Go through point P. You already go through there. Through point P. Okay. So now that you have all your lines drawn out, that's your point A. Your center of your circle line here is going through point P, so it's this line here somewhere. And you'll want your T-square back again. So want to do a line here. So I have a line drawn from the bottom of the circle. Just gonna go straight up that way. So it's where roughly I'm going to draw out. It's a radius of 30. I'm going to follow along this axis here and measure out 30. Just 7 right there, rough enough. And you're going to get your compass, put it on your center of your circle. Just find A3, just going to swing and arc around. Careful not to lift your compass or change the diameter. But the radius should say. And there's your circle. So then you're going to get your line here. You're going to measure, draw up your vertical line and your horizontal line. Which makes life much easier for you. As you can see in this line here, we have a vertical and a horizontal. So now this is where the whole transformation gets into it, because that you could draw this again. You should follow your line up here to the top. So we have a drawn line here from the point of the flag. You might just be able to see it there. Just follow the line all the way along. See this line here, it's going through the center circle, which is there. And what we can tell, because the whole thing, so this side went through this point, it's now up there. So you're just going to draw in your triangle. Yes, there's your tip of your flag. Now 10 mil, I could just measure in the 10 mil, or I can draw in my line here on there through point P. So now that I have where this line intersects this circle, draw that down. Draw in these lines line's heavier, and there's your circle again. So let me get my model, which is here. My model lines up with it there. Perfect. And all these lines here just cut straight through the circle. So don't worry about any excess. Because the way the line's a bit long, which is perfect what you want to be doing. So start off here. Same size, same shape. We don't have any enlargements or reductions, so that's why it's the same size, same shape. Translation up. Axial symmetry down. And central symmetry up again. They're all the exact same shape, same size. So this works because you're just grabbing the object and you're making an image of it by just shoving it up. So that's why you have all these lines here. So this line corresponds with this point here, so A1 to A3. Same way that this line corresponds with this point here. So this point and this point are on the same line. This point and this point are on the same line. All these are on the exact same line, so that you know once you push it up and you mark out your point A first, point A1 first, that way you have a reference point. So A and A1 are the same. So once you know that A and A1 are the same place on the actual image, you can just recreate the image from there. Similarly, you have A2 in first, and you throw down all these construction lines so that you know your basic geometries. On A2, you draw your line across, like this line here, and you get your compass under your radius of 30 and swing it around. That's why you know your dimensions of your circle, and just use your construction line then to fill in all the details in the circle. Again, you saw with the central symmetry, all these lines are thrown across through P. So once it's through P, you have all these different lines, but they just look like lines until you put in your A3 across and draw in your circle. So then they're all translation lines, so that you can just, where the lines intersect with these cross, that's where you're going to put in your circle. So once again, just so you can see, same size, same shape, translation, same size, same shape, axial symmetry, same size, same shape, central symmetry, same size, same shape.